Let me tell you about the 40th Annual Lexington Barbecue Festival. Now, I had never been before, but I love me some barbecue. It ended up being both more and less than what I expected. But more important than the festival is why I went, who I went with, and how I got there. My father celebrated a birthday recently. Now, I'm not going to out his age, but it was a milestone birthday, and I didn't know what to get him. He's never really been very concerned with things, but since my sister passed, material things mean even less to him. So I asked my brother what he thought about taking our dad on a trip. We ran the idea by Mom, and we decided to go for it. Now we just had to plan a trip. Now, in the Travel Points family, there's only one way to plan a trip: on points. Without using points, I don't think I would be able to pull off taking my dad on this trip. Now, my brother was coming and splitting costs with me, but I still had to cover my portion. Usually when I talk about taking loved ones farther for less, I'm talking about Nicole and the kids. But here I had the opportunity to do something for my dad, and it was great. So take a moment to like and subscribe if you want to learn more about how to take your loved ones farther for less. It doesn't matter whether you're paying it back or paying it forward. Using your points can help you pay for it, period. And I'd love to help you learn how to do it. Now, Dad doesn't drink, so wine tastings and brewery tours were out. He's also not a big fan of concerts, so music festivals are out, and I'm not sure I can really handle Coachella. But he does like to eat. I couldn't find a buttercream festival, but I did find the Lexington Barbecue Festival in Lexington, North Carolina. It's not in Kentucky like I first thought. The first part was getting to North Carolina. My dad and I both live in South Florida, so we flew from Miami to Charlotte on American Airlines. No, American is not a transfer partner of Chase or American Express. Yes, I booked it on points anyway. Okay, if you're used to using your points, you already know how. But if you're not, pay attention. Now, there are three major airline alliances: SkyTeam, Star Alliance, and One World. Each alliance has multiple carriers that cooperate with each other. Amongst other benefits, this helps individual airlines reduce operational costs, increase their number of destinations, and it also increases the amount of amenities, like lounges, for their passengers. You might have already seen this in action and not realized what it was you were seeing. For instance, when we took our trip to Alaska, we booked our flight on Delta. The first leg of the flight, Miami to Los Angeles, was on Delta, but the second leg, LA to Vancouver, was on WestJet. Delta and WestJet have an alliance. In the three major alliances, you can book reward tickets on alliance partners. There isn't identical availability between one airline and its alliance partner, but if you know what you're looking for, you can make it work. In this case, I was using the One World Alliance. One World is made up of around 13 different airlines. The two that mattered for this trip were American Airlines and British Airways. British Airways is a transfer partner for most credit card issuers: Chase, American Express, Wells Fargo, Capital One, and Bilt. You can even transfer Marriott Bonvoy points over to British Airways. You shouldn't, it's an awful exchange rate, but you could. With my British Airways Avios in hand, I could go about booking a flight on American. I pulled up the British Airways website and searched the dates and routes I was looking for. To get these routes to show up, you do need to choose Book a Flight with Avios. If you want to pay the cash price, you have to go to the American Airlines website. There were a few flights available. Now, I picked an earlier flight on Friday and a later one on Sunday, so that would maximize my time in Charlotte. The cost of a ticket came to 22,000 points and $11.20. Now, I could transfer from either Chase or American Express. Neither one was offering a transfer bonus at the time, but I decided to use MR points this time because I have some points advance stays booked at Hyatt that I'm going to need my UR points for. And if you're not sure what a points advance booking is, check out this video next. It doesn't matter where you're transferring your points from. Don't make the transfer until you know there is availability for what you want. There is no getting your points back to American Express or Wells Fargo or anywhere else after you transfer them to British Airways or to any of their travel partners. I was booking flights for my dad and me, so I transferred 44,000 MR points over to British Airways. Then I used my newly minted Avios to book 2 tickets from Miami to Charlotte. While I couldn't have paid British Airways for those tickets, American Airlines would have no problem taking my money. Those flights would have cost $477 each. If you subtract the cash out of pocket, divide by the number of points, and multiply by 100, that comes to 2.1 cents per point. There wasn't a magic cent per point value I needed to hit in order for me to book these flights. Yeah, I got 2.1, and yes, that beats the 1.25 I could have gotten on Nicole's Sapphire Preferred. But comparing cent per point lets me know what my best option is. I could have chosen to cash out my points and pay cash, but I would have needed 3 times as many MR points to do that. The bottom line is, I didn't want to pay cash for these tickets, so I used points. The next step was finding a place to stay. We went with a Hyatt, and that shouldn't surprise anyone who follows my videos, because you know it's either going to be a Hyatt or a Marriott. Now this time we went with Hyatt because we have 56 qualifying nights, and this would be 2 more nights closer to the 60 nights needed so that we can retain our global status for next year. There were several Hyatt options in Charlotte. There's like 5 Hyatt places, a couple of Hyatt houses, and there's 1 Hyatt Centric. Now there's availability in all of them. Rates range between 7,000 and 12,000 points. If it was just me, I would have stayed at the Category 1 Hyatt place for only 7,000 points. But I was trying to plan a nice trip for my brother, my dad, and myself. I opted to throw in the extra points for the Hyatt Centric. So the 2 nights cost me 24,000 points. And one of the things I like so much about Hyatt redemptions is that you don't pay taxes or fees on free nights. So it really only cost me the points. If I had paid cash, those 2 nights would have cost $752 altogether. Now, as a globalist, I got a few more perks. Since the stay was booked on points, I wasn't charged for parking, and that's only $15. That wasn't too bad. But there's also the breakfast benefit for 2 adults and 2 children. And apparently my brother counts as a child because our entire breakfast, including tip, was wiped away. So that was another $150. Now, doing the math solely based on the nightly rate, I redeemed my points for 3.1 cents per point. Now, Globalist status did add another $180 of value, so either it saved me $180 or, from a certain point of view, changed my cents per point to 3.8. Of course, we were going to the 40th Annual Lexington Barbecue Festival, but we were staying in Charlotte. We needed to rent a car, so my brother actually covered this part. I don't know how much it cost him, but I know he used points with his Sapphire Preferred, which means he got a cent per point value of 1.25 because every point redemption through the Preferred is for 1.25. We really do try to be a travel points family. While we paid for all the major travel parts with points, there are always other expenses. Food, gas, things to do. Now, I've used lots of points, but I've never had a completely free trip. You should always remember that these free trips that you see advertised on YouTube or on blogs, they're never completely free. But points can sure subsidize the hell out of them. If you put everything together, and forget about the globalist benefits, let's just look at the airfare and the hotel stay, that would have cost me $1,700. But all I paid was 68,000 points and $22. So as a whole, on this trip I redeemed my points for 2.5 cents per point. But a trip's value isn't found in the cent per point. It's found by what you did and who you did it with. So let's take a closer look at what we got for 2.5 cents per point. So I booked an American Airlines flight through British Airways, and pro tip here, once you booked your flight through British Airways, call up American and have them connect the reservation to your American Advantage frequent flyer account. Now, once you do that, your reservation is going to show up in the American Airlines app, and it's also going to attach whatever status you have with American to your reservation. Now, I haven't taken a flight on American in over 3 years, and I don't have an American Airlines card, but I happen to currently have Platinum Pro status with them. Now, I have that because of my globalist status with Hyatt. There was a promotional offer that allowed for a temporary status match, and I just clicked on that. Now, because I had Platinum Pro, I was able to choose our seats immediately for free and could select from preferred and main extra seats for free. Now, I'm not a real big guy, but I do prefer an aisle seat for a little more leg room. My father's a little taller than I am, and he appreciates that even more. So on our flights, I was able to get his aisle seats in the exit row across from each other, and that was free. We flew out of Miami International Airport. Miami is not the world's busiest airport, but it's still pretty busy. Even for our morning flight, the security checkpoint was backed up. Now, Platinum Pro gave us priority access through security, and that was backed up too. But we had TSA PreCheck. Now, I have mine because of my American Express Bonvoy Brilliant card. TSA PreCheck was fantastic, and we were through in like 10 minutes. That gave us time to check out the Turkish Airlines lounge. Now, this is a priority pass lounge, and it's another perk of the Bonvoy Brilliant. I've never been in this lounge before, and the most interesting thing I found was a self-serve bar. And this was actually Dad's first time in an airport lounge, and he decided it was much nicer than sitting at the gate. It's not a very large lounge, and the food is average, but it's still better than sitting at the gate. And when we left the lounge, we walked directly onto the plane because with Platinum Pro status, we were part of boarding group 2. Once we landed, we met up with my brother, got the car, and drove to the hotel. Hyatt-centrics are more upscale and trendier than a Hyatt Place or a Hyatt House. They definitely feel more luxurious, but they're still a step below like a Thompson, a Grand Hyatt, or definitely a Park Hyatt. When we checked in, I saw a long line of welcome bags, and we learned that there was a wedding party staying at the hotel. Because of that, we weren't able to snag an upgrade. And honestly, I might not have taken the upgrade anyway, because it would have been a king bed and a sofa bed, and I don't think any of us wanted the sofa bed. The room we got wasn't particularly large, but we also didn't feel crowded. The 2 queen beds were very comfortable. The shower and the whole bathroom was actually a little interesting. It was large, it was a large bathroom, but the shower door and the toilet doors, they were frosted glass, and that's fine for a couple, but it's potentially awkward for anyone else. Now, the shower had a range shower head, it had the wand, it felt upscale, it was nice, but again, the doors. Now, and breakfast in the restaurant was good too. Now, overall, it was a real nice stay. But like the Thompson in DC, I really can't recommend this hotel for families. But we were there for the 40th Annual Lexington Barbecue Festival. And like I said, it was both more and less than what we expected. I like to lead with positives. Life's too short to focus on the negatives. I want to give Lexington the flowers it deserves. The festival was really well organized and it was very family friendly. It had lots of musical acts. There were 2 separate car shows, one for antiques and one for Corvettes. There was a ton of talented artists selling their wares, and it was bigger than I expected. It was several blocks long, and they were branching out down several side streets as well, and all the people were really nice. But there was no barbecue. The morning started with pitmasters being inducted into the Lexington Barbecue Hall of Fame. A section of Lexington and the festival was called Barbecue Alley. But there wasn't one pitmaster smoking meat or grilling or barbecuing. Up and down the festival there were tents set up with signs saying barbecue. Each one had 2 options, a pulled pork sandwich or a hot dog, and that was it. Now there was other, what I would call fair food stands. My brother got a deep fried Milky Way. There were fried apple pies and funnel cakes, and there were some of the largest bags of kettle corn I've ever seen. And it was all good. But the only barbecue you could buy at the 40th Annual Lexington Barbecue Festival was a pulled pork sandwich. I refused to count the hot dog. We weren't at the 40th Annual Lexington Barbecue Festival. We were at the 40th Annual Lexington Arts and Crafts Festival. And it didn't matter. We laughed about it afterwards. And for dinner, we went and got some barbecue in Charlotte. And then we saw the Heat post a win against the Hornets. On the way back home, Dad and I hit another Priority Pass lounge in the Charlotte airport. But that was actually a little nicer than the one in Miami. And what mattered the most was the time we spent together. That was a whole lot more valuable than 2.5 cents per point. And usually around this time, I try to make some smooth segue into getting you to like and subscribe. If you want to, go right ahead. But what I'd really like is for you to drop your stories about paying your parents back somehow in the comments below. If it involves points, that's great. But it's the time that matters more than the points. Until next time, safe travels. Barbecue Festival.